Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, World Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be playing the WZ-120 FT in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, this, of course, is the Tier 8 Chinese tank destroyer, a tank that almost everybody wanted to get their hands on when this tank first came out, and of course nowadays it's still a pretty wanted tank, and it grabs a lot of attention judging that it is pretty dang strong, and I would still have to say overpowered in some aspects. So, in today's video, I'll be telling you everything you need to know about the tank, how to play it, and as well about the crates that you can currently get it in. Now, the crates are kind of iffy. They're good in one aspect where you can get parts for the Type 62 Dragon, the M41D, the T-34 or the WZ-120. You've got like an 80% chance to get parts, and if you don't get the parts for any of those tanks, well, then you're getting gold. So it's not bad. You'll see here, we'll open up 4. We got 30 parts for the Type 62, open up another 30 parts of the Type 62, open up another 30 parts of the Type 62. There you go, another 15 parts. So in that entire time of opening, where is it? We got 105 parts of the Type 62. So for, what is it, $10? Not even $10 worth of crates, I managed to get my hands on a Type 62. That is not bad, and you can see why I actually suggest that if you got maybe 10 bucks lying around to try these crates a little bit, because you actually get a bunch of charms, not for exactly the WZ-120, but for vehicles lower on the list that are still pretty dang good. The Type 62 is a fantastic vehicle. I love my M41D, the T-34-3's got big alpha, it's a fun tank. So, overall, I don't think that these are bad. These are the crates and whatever you want to call them, lockboxes, that I actually don't mind too much that come into the game because they're not half bad. Now, what does the enemy team have? They've got the WZ-120, IS, Leo. They got a bunch of deadly tanks. The Progetto is a real deadly one. It's got a quick reloading gun. And the WZ, while it does have decent armor, the premium from the Progetto will butter through the upper plate on this tank. So, I got to be a little bit careful on that, but if that Progetto decides to cross, we are going to get a very, very beefy shell into his tank. Come on, Progetto, cross the river. Oh, I don't think he's going to. That looks like a no from me, says the Progetto. Alright, well, guess we'll push up and see if we can get to... Oh, too bad. Maybe we can get a shot into the Leo, although that guy just got slappered as it is. Okay, so right now not much is going on. People are just getting shot all over. We got the T-29, though. There's a nice shot out. We're going to angle this tank up. Nice shot from the T-29 there, right? OP skills. All right, let's aim it on this Leo. And fire! There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Another nice whiff of his hit points gone. We do have the Charioteer over here, which is a deadly tank, but we're going to snap him for 415. You can start to see what makes this tank so strong. The mobility, first of all, is fantastic, but not only is the mobility great, but the gun is just fantastic. It's got good DPM, it's got very, very good penetration, it's got just pretty much everything you'd want for a tier 8 vehicle. It's got good armor. It's got just, like, you can see you've already, like, taken out a couple tanks on their team. We got somebody like the RHM over here, which obviously I'm going to aim right at, and I'm guessing he's not running Spall. Yeah. You can pretty much guess when there's somebody that drives over the hill like that, they're just not going to be running Spall liner. And, well, my assumptions were correct. Let's get a nice shot into the Charioteer, and let's give him a little bit of a love tap. Now, I think we out-reload him. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I do think we out-reload him. And we didn't. Never mind. I said think. To be fair, I said think. The only reason I thought that is because I know the Charioteer doesn't have the most damage per minute, and my tank does have more DPM than that vehicle. However, he did get the shot off on me just a little bit before, which gave him that little bit of an edge on the reload. So, to be fair, I wasn't super far off. I was just a little bit special there. And all that's left is the Leo, who's dead. So, for the first game, you could see the WZ-120 did pretty much everything it needed to. Now, granted, that Charioteer was a pretty good shot. He got a Hess shell right into our lower plate, and that hurt us. This tank's hit point pool is quite low. But, nonetheless, that was 2,990 damage in the first game. And that shows you just how strong the tank is on that DPM. But as well, I should also talk about the Type 62 Dragon, the Tier 7 light tank. Now this, of course, is going to be the most abundant tank given away. And even though this tank has been in the game for so many years, one thing that I always say stays the same is penetration. The more penetration you have, the better it gets. And the Type 62 Dragon, even though it's been in the game for like, what, 4 or 5 years now, is sitting at 250 millimeters of premium pen. And with calibrated, which is what I'm running, that's 275. That means literally any armor up against, even if you are up against tier 10 opponents, would pretty easily be penetrated, which is good. That means that this tank does not struggle whatsoever with penning enemy opponents. It does, however, struggle with armor. It's not the fastest of vehicles compared to a vehicle like an M41D. It's definitely on the slower scale for a tier 7 light tank. So it can be easily penned with HE almost everywhere. This thing has like less armor than my fingernail. It's got no armor. Even some of the smallest caliber guns in the game, if you have the side or the turret on this tank, you just shoot HE. That's my advice if you ever come up against this thing. HE all day, every day. Now that shot there, no clue how that missed because Wargaming, I guess, just doesn't like me, but what? Oh, okay, well, apparently pen doesn't matter too much when you've got this gun because you'll miss every shot, and then the SU-100 will YOLO rush me. Don't you love that? Anti-pens. Oh my god, this game actually hates me, doesn't it? Why is he YOLO rushing me? I just never understand this. Why is this my life? I play one game in this tank, and I get an SU-100 to completely YOLO rush me. I hate this game. Not really, but you know what I mean. I hate the people in this game. That's a better worded way of saying it. Let's get a shot into the Shrieking. Oh, and we're going to low roll him. Okay. Well, we do have the T-34-2 GFT here, which obviously has a ridiculously high alpha gun again. 2 shots, and this tank's already crippled, which is not good. But thank God I've got good mobility because we're able to get behind him. And I'm not going to let him turn around. No, you're not allowed to. Goodbye, ugly, stinky. Stoopy. Let's keep going. So you can see hit points on this tank isn't the best. It's at 1200, which means that, yeah, any big alpha is going to hurt. In fact, especially on this tank. That's something that's bad about the vehicle is the hit points, and especially the armor again. Like you can see here, I haven't bounced any shells, but the DPM is very, very good, and we've already gotten some good shells out. Let's keep getting them out. There you go. Nice 228 into you. And now we keep on pushing forwards. Our blaze is not very healthy, but we're doing decent here. We've got the Thunder off to the side, which we'll get one slap into, and then we're going to try and speed past him here. Oh, don't hit me. Oh, and he high rolled. Oh, why does this game hate me? Oh, boy. Well, nonetheless, you can see the Type 62 is a decent tank. When you get shot by 3 122 millimeters all at once, you're going to die. But that's true for pretty much any light tank at tier 8, so I can't really knock this tank all too much. It's a good vehicle. It's got a good gun. I'm just not going to show anything spectacular about the tank because I just think it's a decent tank. If you get it for 10 bucks, not a bad deal at all. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. I know some people love the Type 62. I never really caught on to it. I think it's a decent vehicle, but it was just never a tank I found spectacular. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.